Just call me angel of the morning, baby. Alright, of course I got it. Okay, so I've done my top 10 worst, done my top 10 best. Now, I'm gonna rank all of the horror movies, 2025 horror movies that I saw this year. We have 33 of these. So, the first 9 are obvious. Because my top 10 worst were all horror movies except for the one. The the top 9 here, 33 through 25. Right? 33 through 25 are basically my top 10 worst of the year. So I'll speed through them and we'll get to talk about some of the other ones that we had. And some of these I have to try to remember. I think I know a lot of these, but some are just one-time watches and then I checked off the list. But all right, number 33, the worst horror movie this year, Shiver Me Timbers. This is the Popeye horror movie where the meteor falls, or comet, whatever, falls in the corncob pipe. It turns into the big CGI monstrosity. And yeah, that's that one. Hell of a Summer, number 32, Hell of a Summer. This is the one that's written and directed by Finn Wolfhard and Billy Burke. I feel like if they had a couple more passes at the script, it would have been better, but it's just generic. And the reveal of the killers, like I said in that video, the horror ranking video, it's a stupid reveal because they're just like, someone walks in, and they got you guys are alive, and they don't think, well, that must be the killers. No, they're, you guys are alive. No. Number 31, Woman in the Yard. It's a message movie. It's about trauma, and I don't really get the message. Message is give up and off yourself. What is the message? Fight for what? I don't know. It's a movie. Number 30 is Wolfman, and this is one we all kind of had high hopes for because he went out did good with Invisible Man. This just sort of went the opposite direction. He was trying to kind of reinvent it like he did with Invisible Man, as like it's like a kind of family disease sort of thing, but it just didn't work out the way he wanted it to. I guess it just didn't. I don't know. Number 29 is The House on Eden. This is a found footage film with influencers. Chris. Call Me Chris. I can't remember her full name. She's in this, and another one, Boo Boo something or other. They're in this, and it's what I say in the thing. It's Blair Witch Project meets Grave Encounters meets The Vavitch by the end when Chris Collins, when Chris is basically joined the cult, she's naked in the circle, and that's basically Number 28 is Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. This could have been interesting. For some reason, we're going backwards when we should be going forwards. You had Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and that sucked, but they made it better. It was better. We made the Pooh, Blood and Honey too. And then, because they actually went full out and had fun with it, then we took 2 steps back with this one, where it's like, we gotta go back to basics. There's no real Neverland, and he's all in his head, he's a drug addict. But if we make a sequel, Neverland will be real. Just do it in this one. Number 27 is Popeye's Revenge. This is the one that's basically when they put Love and Honey and people go to a house, Popeye shows up, kills them. It's kind of stupid. I know that this one sounds worse because it's so basic, but I ended up liking this better than... he's not a CGI monstrosity, is what I'm saying. Number 26, I Know What You Did Last Summer. This was dumb. It would be fine if they went straight forward with the plot. I even said in my review and in the top 10 worst ranking, easy way you could do this. Instead of making Ray the accomplice, 2 other options. You can make it the priest guy, or if you need someone who knows how the killings happen, instead of using Ray, use Tyler, the podcast chick. She would know all about what happened. Right? Or even, what's his face? The mayor or whatever? If he's trying to bury it, maybe he does know what happens. You're right. The fact that he's covering everything up. Teddy's dad, I think. I don't know. But to have Ray be one of the killers is like a big middle finger to the fans of this franchise. Even though we are few and far between, we are still here. Sorry, that seemed off. But, yeah. In number 25, Fear Street Prom Queen. After the big, trilogy that came out, and I like all of them. 1666, I think, is my least favorite, just because I don't like that type of horror, but they're all pretty good. And then they just did not bring back the director or the writers, but a whole new thing, and it's a whole new story, but it's somehow still set in the same place, but in the 1980s, and then they try to tie it all up at the end with the blood forming the symbol, but what does that mean? Doesn't make any sense. It's like they made it and went, wait, we need something to tie to the other ones, because people are going to complain if we don't. So they did that. But then it leaves a lot of questions, like, what does that mean? Did the goods control the family to do this? What is it? And why is it all three instead of just one like it would be normally? It doesn't really make any sense. So that's what you know so far from my top 10 worst. That's 9 of them. So coming in number 24 is a movie called Vicious. This was a Paramount Plus film. It stars Dakota Fanning, and what it is she's home alone, and this old lady shows up, gives her a box. The box starts to have weird things happen, and it's like, I don't know, demonic or something. It's one of those psychological horrors that make you try to understand what just happened. It doesn't really come full circle with the ending, though, because it makes you think, oh, maybe she just imagined the neighbor girl, and it's like, no, actually, the neighbor girl got the box, and she's shit, and she's gone cuckoo, and yeah. Which, the fact that Dakota Fanning tried to fight the temptation, this chick just gave into it, says a lot more about that chick than it does whoever created the box. And there's no answers really to what it is. It's just, number 23 is Night of the Reaper. This is a Shudder movie on Shudder and AMC Plus. Came out like late September, late October. What it is this babysitter is murdered, and there's this killer out there trying to figure out what it is. And then this other girl is babysitting for the sheriff, and there's a twist on this. I'm not gonna actually, whatever. There's a twist where it turns out the girl is the sister of the babysitter that got killed at the beginning, and she wants revenge, and she's going after the killer. It's a nice little subversion on a home invasion. I was thinking when they twist it, kind of like Better Watch Out, where you think it's going to be a simple home invasion movie, and they twist that on its head. I like that. And this was fun. Number 21 is Bone Lake. No, number 22 is Influencers. A sequel to Influencer, and I watched these pretty much back to back. And I like what they did here. The first one starts you off with the one girl, and then it switches to CW's point of view as she sort of works her way and kind of tries to manipulate someone else, the boyfriend, and another person, and then it gets twisted, and then she gets left on the island where the main girl, leaves, and now CW somehow got the island. She's got a girlfriend, and all that goes south when she accidentally kills her girlfriend. And then we snap to the other girl I mentioned before and following her. And there's like 3 different characters. There's another character we follow too. There's an influencer guy, which for all intents and purposes should not have been in this movie. His character is kind of, but it's fine. The movie's fine. Number 21 is Bone Lake, and this was one I found on Instagram, but I could just found on IG on it, but because Maddie Hassan, I get confused, is in this movie. I follow her on Instagram. She was in, we know her from Malignant, and I know her from the TV show Twisted back in the day, and she's in this. And what it is a couple. It's very similar to Barbarian at the beginning. This couple is going to celebrate, going to spend quiet time together in this cabin, and the one guy's preparing to propose to his girlfriend, and they discover that there's another couple on there, and now it becomes kind of a cat and mouse game. It's kind of like The Beach House, the Shudder movie, The Beach House, where this couple stays at this place and there's an elderly couple there. But that subverts your expectations and goes in a drastically different way. This is just straightforward. These weird people are weird. Bad things are going to happen. Yeah. But I do like where it goes. It's sort of a Last House on the Left thing towards the end, which is pretty cool. By Last House on the Left, I mean like the parents in Last House on the Left remake. That's what I mean. So I have not been showing any of my physical medias. So there's the Bone Lake DVD for that. I've just been going full stop. Now I can start. Number 20 is Popeye the Slayer Man, which is the best of the Popeye movies, the horror movies that came out this year, and it's only at number 20, so that's as best that it could be. And this is Popeye in a warehouse, mutated spinach, and there's some sort of legend, and this girl shows up with these others, and the girl is his daughter, and it's more creative than the other two. Well, the comet thing is creative, just not CGI monstrosity. This is practical effects, and this is the one that teases the sequel. I hope he gets a sequel to this one at least. Just this one, not the other two. Alright, number 19 is Heart Eyes. And this is one that everyone was complaining about when it came out. Like, oh my god, this is stupid. Like, this is not a slasher movie. And I will say, yes, the trailers heavily hinted at this being a slasher film. What it is actually a romantic comedy, a romance film with slasher elements. And if you go in thinking that you're going to enjoy it more, I think. Or if you think it's just going to be straight up slasher, you're going to have issues. Because when I went in thinking it's a slasher and I see all this other stuff, I'm like, this is kind of weird. And then once I realized what they're going for, I was like, okay, I get it. But the reveal of the killers is way too obvious. Except for one, like one of them is obvious, the other one is like, oh, it's the guy who's been there for one scene. Okay. Killing off Devon Sawa, not a good idea. I mean, he died in Chucky like 4 times. Or 4? Yeah. 4 times? Yeah, because the fake president guy didn't die. But 4 times, we didn't need another. I mean, come on. But it's fun. For what they were going for, it's fun. Number 18 is Drop. And this was an interesting horror thriller type of situation. What it is this woman, she goes on a date, and she gets a drop on her phone. Why did you just don't call it text is beyond me, but a drop on her phone saying, hey, you need to remember this guy you're on a date with, and if you don't, I will kill your kid and your sister. So now it's sort of a cat and mouse game, trying to figure out who this is. She doesn't want to do it. She doesn't want to have to do it. What's she going to do? And this and that. It's a nice little thing. The payoff kind of works. The first reveal, where it's the guy she met at first when she first walked in and sat down at the bar, nice. And then when they reveal later the guy who's in her house and he takes the mask off and this is like, oh, it's the meter maid guy. Yeah, I figured that. Because like at the beginning of the movie, he shows up, I'm here to read your meter. And I'm like, he did it. It's him. And then they revealed that guy. I'm like, okay, that's a nice thing. I didn't see him coming. And then when they take his mask off, I'm like, well, yeah, I already knew that. That was obvious, which is why I accept the other thing, I think. But I think it's pretty good. Number 17 was kind of a shocker for me that I actually liked it, and that's Megan 2.0. Because you guys know, I think the first one's just okay. Everyone went crazy. Oh my God, Megan. And I'm sitting here going, yeah, that's just a ripoff of the Child's Play remake. And all the naysayers that went, oh, it's so much better than it. No, it's not. I'll give you one reason. I'll give you one letter. R. Rated R. Because the Chucky remake, Child's Play remake, was allowed to be rated R. And before you say, but Scotty, there's an unrated edition. Oh, please. The unrated edition only adds the fucks to the movie. That's it. There's barely any extra gore. And there's an unrated version on this, too. And it adds nothing. I don't think there's even fucks in this movie. What's the unrated version? Maybe a couple? I don't know. And they abandoned the horror stuff, which I thought I kind of heard, the trailer shows you. So I thought, well, this is going to suck. Ironically, I'm the opposite of everyone else. Everyone was like, oh my God, this sucks. It's so much not like the other one. And I saw this and went, this is not that bad. I actually kind of like it better than the first one. And that's weird for me because I it was okay. This is a little bit better. And I kind of like the wacky way they went with it. So, All right. Number 16 is 28 years later. And I think the proper word here is kind of disappointing. Kind of. I think I said this in my review. They should have just, and I don't understand, what is Cillian Murphy doing right now that is stopping him from being in this movie? Because, when everybody heard that they were going to do another 28 movie, his name was the first one on people's tongues. He was the one they knew was going to be in it. And then when his name was in there, he's producing it. When that trailer hit, and he wasn't in the trailer except for the fake dude that they obviously put in to look like him and confuse people. I'm sorry. You cannot tell me they didn't look at this guy and go, hey, he looks like Cillian Murphy. If we put him in this movie and put him all over the trailer, people are going to think that's him and that he's dead. And then they have to dispel that. So, no, they did it on purpose because he looks way too much like Cillian Murphy for it to not be on purpose. There's no way that hired someone that looks just like Cillian Murphy to be in a film series that has Cillian Murphy in it and not know people are going to jump to that conclusion. And the rest of the movie is just fine. There's a prologue at the beginning with some kid named Jimmy, which doesn't play into anything until the end. And it's going to play into the next one. But I don't know. I just wanted Jim. And it looks like we're not going to really get him until the third one. I'm sorry to say this. I don't want to curse anything. We're not getting that third one. Because I guarantee the second one's going to come out. Everyone's going to shit on it. One, it's coming out in January. Two, everyone heavily criticized the ending of this movie with the Jimmy gang or whatever. I really don't think the next one's going to do any good. And they literally said, if you want a third one, you got to go see the second one. Well, that's out the window. They should have just did, for all the hate that the Strangers movies get, these new ones, they shot all 3 movies. They did it because they knew this was shit. They knew people were going to complain. They knew people were going to like this. They knew we got to shoot all 3 so we can guarantee our trilogy. Because they learned from the Exorcist bullshits. Yeah, and no, I didn't have a review of the new one. It's not out yet. Oh, it is out. I don't have money to go buy it. Yes, I'll buy it. I'll review it next year, whatever. All right. Number 15 is Bring Her Back, the newest movie from the Philippou brothers. I thought this was just okay. Talk to Me was really good, but this was just okay. Once I realized what the plot was and what was going on, she's trying to bring her daughter back. It's okay. It sits here because I liked it better than 28 Years Later, but not as good as the rest of these on the list. It's fine. Number 14 is Death of a Unicorn. And again, this is another one that's just fine. It's got Paul Rudd. It's got Jenna Ortega. They're on this trip to a house and they hit a unicorn. And then it's all about arguing with these people at the house what to do with the unicorn. And it's fine. It's technically horror. So that I see it in that category. So Number 13 is Hey, it's the monkey. People say the monkey around. And I thought, again, this is just fine. I think it works what they were doing. Again, I don't know the story, but Stephen King short story. I think it works. They weren't allowed to use symbols because apparently Pixar owns It's a monkey with symbols. Why do they own that? Because of the Toy Story 3? Why? I don't know. But this was pretty good. So, it was okay with it. Number 12 is Companion, movie with Jack Quaid and Sophia, whatever her last name is, where they're going to this party. It turns out she's a robot, and they send her there and get rid of all her inhibitions, all of her protocols to kill this guy, and then everything becomes kind of which way the guy brought it on himself. I mean, as soon as he took off the protocols, it's like she could kill you, man. But I think it's done pretty well. Number 11 is Conjuring: The Last Rites. Yeah. I think this was a decent send-off, but I just think, and I said this in the review, I think James Wan should have done all of the Conjuring movies. I mean, he left Insidious, and you see how that fell off. Though, admittedly, he did the first two, and then the third one was Lee Winnell. I actually have a soft spot for 4, but 5 is just okay. Here, I think what James Wan should have done, he should have stuck with the Conjuring movies and made those his babies, while everyone else does the other thing. And I just don't understand why they keep hiring Michael Chavez. No offense to the guy. He made the worst movie in this franchise, The Curse of La Llorona. And he still kept getting jobs. That movie sucked. Everyone hated it. Oh, let's have him do the next Annabelle movie. What? Oh, he's going to do The Conjuring 3. What? He's going to do The Nun 2. What? Stop giving him a job. Did he do The Nun 2? I don't know. But he did this one. And I think it was a decent send-off. I just feel like James Wan could have done something more with these. The story with 3 and 4 are decent stories. But if James Wan was there to turn it up, I think they would be better. I think you'd have a solid 4 movies. I also think you'd have more than 4 movies if James Wan had directed all 4 of these. I'm just saying. Alright. I know I don't own it yet. I will. I'm low on money right now. Number 10. We're in the top 10 now. Until Dawn. I liked this movie. Okay? I've never played the video game, so I don't know anything. All I know is what I learned from the kill count. Dead Meat Zorn kill count. Dead Meat Games kill count. I thought this was pretty well done for what they were trying to do. Because I think we're trying to mimic the respawning in the video games. So that's what that was. I think for what they were trying to do, I think it worked. Is it like the game? I don't think so. Not that I remember. But here's the thing. And what people are complaining, oh, it's not the game. These kind of games, where it's like a story-driven horror game, like this and The Quarry, if you were to just do the story as a movie in the game, it would just be a straight-up live-action, shot-for-shot version of what's in the video game. The video game is already a movie, a story. I bet you someone on YouTube has an Until Dawn, the game, the movie, set up. I've seen it done with the Ghostbusters one. Take all the cutscenes and do it that way. I bet it's on there. So to change it a little bit is not bad. I liked it. So sue me. Number 9 is on Borderline. Yes, Borderline. I know people didn't like this, but I dig it. I do. I think it was pretty good. It has some problems, but I think it worked for what they were trying to do, like I said. But, I'm sorry, I need his name. Ray Nicholson. I don't know if he's on the same track as his father, but he's on the track to do something good. Samara Weaving is still a scream queen. She still killed it. I liked it set in the 90s. That makes it a little more aesthetic, you know. Eric Dane, pretty good in this too, so Yeah. Number 8 is Clown in a Cornfield. And this was one. So when I first watched it, I didn't like. The one thing I don't like about this is the whole. Spoiler alert, of course. The town is in on it. We're doing to get rid of the kids, but up until that reveal, it's a pretty darn good slasher. I think the reveal kind of makes it a little but I think it works. All right. Number 7 is Weapons, the new Zach Cregger movie. I wasn't high on this when I watched it, but it is a really well done movie. Yes, it's in my top 10, you harpies, okay? Well, people are I'm the guy who didn't care for Weapons. I thought it was okay. Okay? Okay. Again, Julia Garner's back. This is the second movie on this list. Third overall, and when I get to the 2025 ones, but I think this was pretty well done. I just didn't like the out of orderness of it all. The non-linear storytelling. That can fuck off for as much as I care. Because as soon as something's supposed to ramp up, cuts to someone else. Just tell it in order. Didn't need to cut away. Because I'm just starting into it again. You know? It's frustrating. Number 6 is going to be Screamboat. The Steamboat Willie horror movie. Yes, it's this high. I liked it. The Ed Thornton is really good. I like the campiness of it. I like them nodding at things like the princesses or Pete. Hey there, a goofa. I'm sure there was a couple other things. Yeah, I like the nods to Disney without actually going full wink. But yeah. Number 5 is Dangerous Animals. This is the shark movie with Jai Courtney where he kidnaps people and feeds them to sharks. This is probably Jai Courtney's best performance. And I'm saying that with Suicide Squad in mind. That's a pretty good movie. Number 4 is Together. Our love will last forever. Together. It's this couple. It's by a real life married couple, Allison Brie and Dave Franco. And they go out to this place to reconnect. And they fall in this hole. And the husband drinks the water. And it starts to make them fuse together. The ending's a little meh. But overall, I did enjoy this. Number 3, The Toxic Avenger. I'm a big fan of the original one. I love that movie. This one's good too. Sure, it doesn't go full camp like that one. It's more serious and more laid back. But I think they did a pretty good job with this. As much as I harped on Pete Dinklage in my worst horror movies and how he basically ruined Snow White because they don't want to offend the little people. I don't want to offend him. I don't think any of the little people are on his side with this whole thing. But anyway, but he does a pretty good job in this. Elijah Wood looks like the Tim Burton Penguin there. Yeah, and Kevin Bacon's a pretty good villain. So, and now if you've seen my best of the year, and you know the last 2 are number 2, Final Destination Bloodlines, which is one I was iffy on the concept, what they were doing this one, but I ended up liking it. And then number 1 is Sinners, and I talked about this at nauseam in my best of the year. This is a fantastic movie. It's the best of the year. It's the best horror movie of the year. It's the best movie of the year, period. If this doesn't get an Oscar, then if this doesn't win one single Oscar, I will watch The Room, and I will find and do. I have to find it somewhere. I will find and do my So Bad It's Good cinema video on The Room. If I'd love to do a commentary, but I don't have a digital version. You can't find it anywhere. I will find and do a So Bad It's Good. Anything else I can think of? I'll drink the fat. Friends reference. Yeah, it's fat. I drank fat. No, Now, this needs to win at least one Oscar. Doesn't have to be Best Picture, Best Makeup, Best Actor Award for Michael B. Jordan in 2 different roles. Come on. I know you're saying Scotty Adams not going to win. Horror never wins. We can hope, right? Superman got nominated for 2 Oscars. Special effects and something else. So, yeah, there it is. I ranked every horror movie from this year. Now the big one. To rank every movie I saw this year. And, yeah. So, what are your thoughts on my list? What's your list? Because always like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Scott, and I'll see you in the next one.